Welcome back to NewsX with me, Devika Devan. Voting for the first phase of the 2025 Assembly Elections in Bihar is currently underway across 121 constituencies spread over 18 districts of the state's 243 seats. Today, voters will be partially deciding the fate of hundreds of candidates. A voter turnout of 53.77% has been recorded till 3 p.m. in the first phase of the Bihar Assembly Elections. So while people are voting, there is now another war of words that continues. Amid the Congress's vote chori allegations, Union Home Minister Amit Shah has hit out at Lok Sabha. Leader of opposition and Congress MP Rahul Gandhi has labelled illegal Bangladeshi immigrants as threats to employment and national security. The election, he declared, is crucial for rendering the eastern state devoid of infiltrators. He has reassured the public that under the NDA government, there would be no room for bahubalis or strong men aiming to ensure law and order. On the other hand, Rahul Gandhi has slammed the Election Commission, stating that Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, the Election Commission are all involved in vote theft. Let's listen in before we bring in our analysts.
जहां भी इलेक्शन लड़ रहे हैं, ये वोट चोरी करके इलेक्शन जीत रहे हैं। हमने आपको कर्नाटक के बारे में दिखाया, आनंद के बारे में, महाराष्ट्र में एक सीट है वहां के बारे में दिखाया, और कल पूरी दुनिया को हमने दिखाया कि बीजेपी ने, इलेक्शन कमीशन ने हरियाणा का चुनाव चोरी किया है। और मुझे लगता है कि पिछला चुनाव बिहार में भी इन्होंने चोरी किया था। तो इस बार वोट चोरी नहीं होने देनी है। बिहार के युवा, ये आपका भविष्य है। नरेंद्र मोदी, अमित शाह, इलेक्शन कमीशन वोट चोरी में लगे हैं। आपकी जिम्मेदारी बनती है संविधान की रक्षा करना है, वोट चोरी नहीं होने देना है बिहार में। आप सब दूर दूर से आए, दिल से आपका धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूं।
मुझे बताओ, ये बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठियों को बिहार की मतदाता सूची से निकालना चाहिए या नहीं निकालना चाहिए? अरे अंत तक बोलो भाई, निकालना चाहिए या नहीं निकालना चाहिए? अभी अभी राहुल बाबा 4 महीना पहले एक घुसपैठिया बचाओ यात्रा लेकर निकले थे। उनका कहना है घुसपैठिए को मतदाता सूची में रहने दीजिए। भाइयों बहनों, मैं आपको पूछने आया हूं, बिहार का मुख्यमंत्री कौन हो, वो बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठिए तय करने चाहिए क्या? अरे जोर से बोलो, करने चाहिए? एक घुसपैठिया हमारे युवाओं का नौकरी छीन लेता है, गरीबों के राशन में हिस्सेदारी मांगता है और देश को भी असुरक्षित करता है। मैं आज रामनगर की भूमि से कहने चाहता हूं, राहुल बाबा, जितनी यात्रा निकालनी हो निकालो, जितनी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करनी हो करो। भारतीय जनता पार्टी देश भर से और बिहार से भी एक एक घुसपैठिए को चुन चुन कर निकालने का काम करेंगी।
All right, so there we've heard it. Let me quickly go across to my colleagues, Shikha Salaria, who's joining us from Raghupur, and Brian Thomas joining us from Adalatganj in Patna, Bihar. Brian, first I come to you. What's the latest from the ground?
Clearly, Devika, we are at Adalatganj and it's 4 and still you can see a major line queue of voters who are coming and they will be casting their vote, and we'll be also talking to them about the issues and what is happening itself. So clearly we'll be starting to talk to them about what the issues are. Sir, आपका नाम बता दीजिए पहले।
ललन कुमार।
क्या मुद्दे होंगे जिसके आधार पर आज आप मतदान करने वाले?
अब कैसे हम कहें?
आपके हिसाब से कोई ऐसे मुद्दे हैं?
कोई मुद्दे नहीं।
कोई मुद्दे नहीं। आपका नाम बता दीजिए।
राहुल कुमार।
राहुल जी, आपके हिसाब से क्या ऐसे मुद्दे हैं जिनके आधार पर आज आप मतदान करने वाले हैं?
बस बेरोजगारी के कारण है।
यहाँ इलेक्शन अच्छे से हो रहा है, फ्री फेयर हो रहा है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं हो रही है इलेक्शन?
कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
और इलेक्शन कमीशन के द्वारा भी सब अच्छे से किया जा रहा है, सारा कुछ बंदोबस्त सही किया जा रहा है।
जी सब बहुत बढ़िया है।
आपसे भी मेरा सवाल यही है, आप मतदान करने जा रहे हैं, इन्होंने कहा है बेरोजगारी एक मुद्दा है, आपके हिसाब से कोई ऐसा मुद्दा है, आप शाम को आए हैं वोट डालने के लिए, कोई है ऐसा इशू या मुद्दा है जिसके आधार पर आज वोट डालेंगे? नहीं हंसी मत, कुछ है मुद्दे तो बताइए, आप वोट डालेंगे, आपका वोट आप बता दीजिए, क्या ऐसे मुद्दे हैं जिसके आधार पर आप वोट डालेंगे?
गरीबी के कारण।
गरीबी वो हटनी चाहिए। बिहार की जनता क्या चाहती है, क्या आप क्या डिमांड कर रहे हैं गवर्नमेंट से कि क्या बेहतर हो सकता है?
डिमांड यही कर रहे हैं कि जितना गरीबी हटे, साफ सफाई जैसा रह रहा है उसी रहे।
और इलेक्शन जब हो रही है सब अच्छे से हो रहा है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं हो रही है?
दिक्कत नहीं हो रही है, सब बहुत बढ़िया से हो रहा है।
इलेक्शन कमीशन का जो बंदोबस्त किया गया है वो अच्छे ढंग से हो रहा है?
बहुत अच्छे ढंग से हो रहा है।
सर आपसे भी मेरा सेम सवाल ही रहेगा, आप वोट करने आए हैं, कुछ लोग बता रहे हैं कि बेरोजगारी मुद्दा है, डेवलपमेंट मुद्दा है, कुछ लोग ये भी बता रहे हैं कि कोई मुद्दा है ही नहीं। आपके हिसाब से क्या ऐसे कोई मुद्दे हैं जिसके आधार पर आज अपना मतदान करने वाले?
बिहार में बेरोजगारी सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा है, यही सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा है, इसी आधार पर वोट दिया जाएगा।
और ये क्षेत्र में कुछ ऐसा मुद्दा है जिसको आगे लाना, जिसको हाईलाइट करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, या बेरोजगारी ही है?
बेरोजगारी में सबसे, बाकी तो सब ठीक है।
सब ठीक है। और इलेक्शन अच्छे से चल रही है, इलेक्शन कमीशन का बंदोबस्त सही है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं हो रही आप लोग?
ना कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, इलेक्शन बहुत बढ़िया से हो रहा है, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है कि बढ़िया से नहीं हो रहा, सब चीज़ बढ़िया से हो रहा है, सब ठीक है।
आप लोग अपना प्रॉपर नाम, आपका प्रॉपर पर्ची ये सब कट रहा है, आप लोग प्रॉपरली जा रहे हो, वोट डाल रहे हो, इसमें कोई दिक्कतें नहीं?
ना कोई दिक्कत नहीं इसमें हो रहा है, सब ठीक है।
मैं आपसे भी पूछने की कोशिश करूंगा, आप यंग वोटर लग रहे हो, यूथ हो, युवा हो, आप रिप्रेजेंट करोगे हमारे यूथ को, आपके हिसाब से क्या ऐसे मुद्दे हैं जिनके बिना पे आज आप वोट करने वाले?
बेरोजगारी है, फिर क्या बोलते हैं, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट का भी देखा गया है कि इधर यूपीएससी का जो स्टूडेंट थे उनका नहीं सुना गया है, बहुत छात्र तकलीफ में है। बेरोजगारी भी आजकल बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा है, बहुत आदमी को नहीं मिल पा रहा नौकरी, उसके कारण बहुत आपस में क्राइम बढ़ रहा है, उसके कारण
क्राइम और बेरोजगारी एक मुद्दा है। और
क्राइम बढ़ रहा है, चोरी हो रहा, कुछ भी हो रहा, बहुत सारा चीज़ हो रहा।
बेरोजगार जो भी लोग तो काम करते हैं, जैसे बिहार में, जैसे
मतलब इंडस्ट्री का बात कर रहे हो?
जी हाँ, बिहार में बेरोजगारी सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा है। और शिक्षा यहाँ पर सुधार अभी नहीं हुआ है, क्या कि बहुत
कुछ नहीं है शिक्षा के रूप में, और बेरोजगार बहुत पीछे है। अदर स्टेट में हम लोग जाते हैं, भाई लोग भी गया दिल्ली पढ़ रहा है, यहाँ कुछ साधने नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है।
विधायक लोग सब प्राइवेट स्कूल में पढ़ते हैं, हम लोग गरीब बच्चा है, हम लोग को प्राइवेट
में कुछ नहीं है। अभी सरकारी स्कूल में वोटिंग कर रहे हैं, इसमें कोई भी
नहीं है सर,
कोई चीज़ की सुविधा नहीं।
इलेक्शन की बात करो, आप लोग शाम को इलेक्शन करना है, अभी 4:12 हुआ है, शाम भी हो गया है, पर वोटर टर्नआउट काफ़ी ज़्यादा है, काफ़ी लोग आ रहे हैं मतदान देने के लिए।
वोट में देने दिक्कत नहीं हो रही है, इस बार जो वोट चेंज हुआ है, नाम कट गया ना, बहुत दिक्कत हो रहा है।
Okay, all right, Brian, I'll come back to you. Shikha with me on the broadcast as well. Shikha, over to you. Let's speak to some people on the ground.
Yeah, I have with me a lot of villagers from Raghopur. I'm going to talk to them and ask them about what they feel about the SIR exercise and the election process altogether. आप बता रहे थे मेरे को कि जब BLO आए थे घर पे और इलेक्शन कमीशन की जांच हो रही थी वोटर लिस्ट की, उस समय क्या क्या मांग रहे थे? पहले
उस समय जाति मांग रहा था, आवासीय मांग रहा था, और आधार कार्ड उस समय नहीं मांग रहा था, और एगो फॉर्म बोल रहा था, ये फॉर्म लो, इसको भर के पूरा बजाबते से दो। और CEO साहब के बोले जाति आवासीय के लिए ये सब ऑनलाइन कर देगा, 30 रुपया बोल रहा है, 30 रुपया लगेगा। और CEO साहब
30 रुपया आपने दिया?
हाँ, 30 रुपया हम लोग कंप्यूटर वाला के दिए थे। हाँ, और उसके बाद में जो जाति आवासीय जो बनता है उसका बोले 3 दिन बाद बन के आ जाएगा, तो CEO साहब वहाँ से रिसीव कर देंगे। और बाद एक सरकारी फॉर्म आता था, वही फॉर्म बोलते ऐसे भर के पूरा बजाबते से दो, नहीं तो वोटर लिस्ट से नाम कट जाएगा।
तो आपने कैसे किया फिर? आधार कार्ड था आपके पास, फिर बाद में आपने उनको बोला कि जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा कि आधार कार्ड भी मान लिया जाएगा?
नहीं, उसको हम लोग तो शुरू में जो आदेश हुआ वही शुरू में आदेश सब मान के और वही सब प्रक्रिया करके दे दिए।
आधार कार्ड नहीं दिया?
नहीं, उसके बाद आधार कार्ड हम लोग नहीं दिए।
लेने नहीं आए आपसे?
फिर नहीं लेने आए।
तो दिक्कत हुआ आपको? मतलब
दिक्कत नहीं, अगर आधार कार्ड से शुरू से अगर रहता तो इतना झेलना नहीं पड़ता। जे मान लीजिए आधार आवासीय जातीय ये सब जो करता है, ये सब प्रक्रिया तो नहीं अगर
So
शुरू से
some
आधार कर
troubles, Shikha, their face as far as the SR activity and exercise is also concerned, and of course it's important to understand from the people what really was their experience like, because the Election Commission has made it very clear that they will be conducting the SIR across the nation now. But on that note, I thank both of our reporters for joining us from the ground. Let me quickly open up. We have Dr. Amit Shah with us, Raj Lakshmi Joshi, political analyst, Sanjay Kapoor, political analyst, Ahmed Ayaz, political analyst, and Bipin Sharma, senior journalist, with us on the broadcast as well. Let me begin with Dr. Jha. Dr. Jha, Rahul Gandhi talking continuously about vote chori. Meanwhile, Amit Shah not really responding to any of the allegations. Nobody in the BJP really responding to the allegations. But Amit Shah now making it all about migrants as well as infiltrators in Bihar. How do you view the narrative that is being set by both sides?
See, as a political researcher, this is not a surprise for me. Both the parties are exactly talking what they have been talking in the last 3-4 months. Rahul Gandhi has been attacking BJP, BJP has been attacking Congress. What I want as a political analysis is that political parties should come together and do a dialogue, because unless you do a dialogue, nothing will solve out. This kind of political bickering will continue till cows come back home. As citizens, we want some resolution to this problem. If there is a problem, institutional mechanisms need to take care of what has been a mudslinging match. I think now the time has come that Supreme Court or the Election Commission or both of them or some new political setup that needs to be put in place so that these kind of allegations should not come up again and again. Because for citizens, while listening to these comments, it seems like the thing is good, their political party to win, which is a fair assumption. But an undecided voter, a citizen who is not necessarily linked to a political party, would want this kind of problem to be solved. That's my assumption.
All right, Bipin Sharma, your thoughts on the vote chori allegations by the Congress. The fact that we are now on the day of voting itself, and that's the narrative that the Congress really wants to continue sticking to.
So at the outset, Devika, let me first of all congratulate the voters of Bihar for a very impressive voter turnout in the first phase. So having said that, let me now come to your question, which is of paramount significance, because for a robust democracy, you need to have a very strong opposition who keeps the government on tenterhooks. It is not there to give clean chits to the government and to be always in a praising mood. But then there are two aspects. Now, first aspect is, of course, we can always question the timing of the SIR. Why was it conducted so late in the day, in the month of June this year, and when elections were round the corner and everyone knew that elections would be conducted this year? So why so late in the day? That is one very relevant question that the opposition is raising. But now come to the second, the counter assertion that has been made by BJP is the timing of Rahul Gandhi's presser yesterday, just a day before the elections. So that means it is an open ground. Everyone is free to raise their concerns, and then the counter assertions by those on whom the aspersions have been cast. But now the critical point that needs to be discussed is the Gen Z factor, because what the Honorable Home Minister was expressing a concern on is the youths and the infiltrators. They are definitely a threat. So if there is a cleansing mechanism which is underway, so that should be welcome. But then the counter assertion that has been made by the opposition, especially the Congress, is why mass exclusions, such mass omissions from the electoral roll in Bihar especially. So this is why Congress is talking about vote theft. And then of course marginalized segments, where do they go? How do they table all those documents which need to be submitted before the Election Commission? So in the light of all this, I think the larger point, the mood point here is that the politicians, be it the Congress, RJD or the BJP, they all need to be responsible, especially when they are addressing the youths. Because let us not forget what has happened in Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Nepal. There the Gen Z got swayed away, they got instigated, but we are pretty sure, and I can stick my neck out to say that the Gen Z of India, the state of Bihar, they want to play, they are very responsible, wise enough to understand their roles and responsibilities, and they want to play a very pivotal role in realizing the dream of aspirational India, Viksit Bharat.
Okay, I want to bring in Rajlakshmi Joshi as well on that note then. Rajlakshmi Joshi, your thoughts on the same as far as the Congress is concerned, sticking to the vote chori narrative, but Amit Shah now talking about infiltration and talking about infiltration Mukt Bihar. How do you view these two very distinct perspectives that the Congress and BJP have taken forward?
Hello Devika, and very firstly, I wish to tell the voters in Bihar, whoever is supposed to be voting today, to please go out and cast your vote if you haven't already. And I am very happy to see that there is a huge turnout. And yes, now coming to the question that you have asked me, see, the thing is that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been questioning the authenticity of these voter lists for quite some time. He has been talking about vote chori, he spoke about vote chori in Karnataka, and then in fact he should have been happy that there is such an exercise where there is a revision in the voter list, and this is not happening for the first time. This has happened in the past also in so many consecutive governments. So this is a normal procedure that is to be undertaken, that was pending for some time now, so that this is being undertaken. So I think that the fact of the matter is that there were 17,500 booth level agents of the Congress in Bihar. So quite obviously, if the Congress claims today that their huge number of voters were left out, then it should actually speak very badly about for their booth level agents, because that is precisely their job. It was with the it was with the cooperation, and it was with inputs from all the booth level agents from all political parties and a lot of booth level officers and all these administrative officers, that this list, the draft list, was prepared. And then after that, the election commission had called for any complaints or any kind of revision that was required. But then there were no complaints from any of these political parties. Only the RJD had put up 10 complaints. So then on what basis today are they talking about? So if there was this huge kind of a discrepancy, and if they were not able to put in complaints as some of them are claiming, then they should have actually at least resorted to social media. So what the Home Minister is saying is very right, that yes, we need to make sure that nobody who is not a national of India is supposed to be voting in any of these elections. So that has to be taken out. Those numbers have to be taken out. Now today, obviously, there will not be a kind of a confirmation from the election commission side as to who is an outsider, who is not, because how can they know? The people who have put in their documents will be there on the list. The people who have not will not be there on the list. So quite obviously, now today, for all these generations, all of us, we have gone through this process where we didn't even know how to put ourselves on the list. Very frankly, it was quite a chaotic situation earlier. Now today, at least people can resort to doing this online, and even you can take help of all these booth level agents. So Devika, it is not so easy to take off people from the list if they are actually entitled voters. And if you had that kind of a situation, there would have been an anarchical situation on the roads today. That is not happening in Bihar. If you look at the situation today, this thing about vote chori is a lost cause. And even Mr. Tejasvi Yadav is not taking it up. He knows that this is a lost cause. And even Mr. Rahul Gandhi has taken it up yesterday as this hydrogen bomb, because he wants this to be some last minute excuse, or maybe he wants it to be a last minute stunt, some kind of theatrics to be able to bring in some voters on his side. Okay, so this I think is a lost cause, Devika.
Okay, then I want to bring in Ahmed Ayaz into this. Ahmed Ayaz, is it a lost cause, or is there something, are these allegations something that will stick? in your perspective?
No, well, see, it's mostly in elections where one almost, in the opposition camps, there has always been this happening that complaints mostly. It's everywhere. It's not that today that people like RJD are in a position and they may complain. It's had then been BJP in the opposition, and possibly they would also say the same. So this is, I mean, in a way, routine. It has become a routine in a way. But the fact is, whatever incidents have taken place, whatever reported incidents are there, the election commission has directed for an investigation. The police, they will be looking, but largely these are normal complaints as it has been happening. Nothing major so far as Bihar is concerned. Though Bihar was known for a lot many things in the elections, but still it's not that. But the larger point is that what's likely to happen. You see, it happens because whatever the assessments go about things, the people accordingly, the political parties also react accordingly, knowingly that possibly the opposition may not be gaining much as we see. So far as my assessment is concerned, then they will resort to these type of things. You see, as it is, the NDA looks to be because in a winning of 122, possibly they will be doing around 120 to 150. Within that, they will be doing because they have very good administration. He has shown, Nitish Kumar has shown, and is commanding good respect in old and then the women and the ruler particularly, and then the governance wise also been done. And you can understand that having spent 20 years as chief minister, the incumbency, which of course should have been at the peak, that result possibly should have been on the in open. But still, there is a good command, Nitish Kumar has. A good acceptance Nitish Kumar has. So, as such, when it is seen that mostly that the people on the other side are in a winning position, so naturally allegations will start. So, but I don't think these allegations will hold much, and possibly NDA will be doing good. Good in the sense that there will be a good competition, not good, but possibly NDA will come out. But competition will be there.
Okay, I'm going to leave the last word with Sanjay Kapoor then. Sanjay Kapoor, before we wrap up this conversation, last word to you. Your thoughts on the fact that on the day of the voting as well, Rahul Gandhi wants to continue talking about his vote chori allegations. Is the Congress really believing that this is a concept or an allegation that's really sticking with the voter of Bihar? Or does the voter of Bihar in the Congress's mind really care about this topic?
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak with you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So I think there is great merit in what Rahul Gandhi is saying. This is something, it may or may not happen in Bihar because the voter turnout has been rather good. But I've seen it quite in Haryana. Nearly everybody from the ruling party as well as the opposition were very confident that the Congress coming to power. The BJP leaders used to say that we are lagging behind, and suddenly we find a result which is totally goes contrary to whatever he was saying. And he has proved amply in Aland, in Karnataka, as well as Madhepura in the other state where he had done that. So, and the response from the election commission has been rather inadequate. So, I think there is great merit in raising issues which will bring in a certain purity of election. I don't agree with what Mr. Amit Shah has said, that he's talking about infiltrators. Election commission has been rather silent. They do not have the figures of infiltrators who've got in. Time and again, this question has been asked of them: how many infiltrators you have weeded out? They have nothing to answer. And in Bihar, there is this infiltration is not an issue. I mean, I've been hearing a lot of questions that have been asked of the Bihar voters. Not one did mention infiltrators. And this is where it goes. I'm sure the fight would be far closer than what is made out to be by a government-friendly media. But Nitish Kumar has a way to get back to power. He managed to be on the right side all the time. So let's see how it plays out.
Okay, ultimately Nitish Kumar getting back to power is what everyone's predicting, regardless of who's winning. Bipin Sharma wants to make a point.
Yeah, I just want to make a quick observation. You know, the contradiction is ambiguous, so it goes beyond understanding. When on one hand there are apprehensions, concerns, accusations pertaining to duplicity of votes, as Rahul Gandhi was stating in the presser yesterday, so why not accept? Why not accept the new reform, the new mechanism SIR, and let it be implemented in all the states as has been proposed by the Election Commission of India? So, this contradiction on one hand, meaning to say on one hand when you are raising concerns about duplicity of voters and then certain voters' names being struck off the rolls. So, in such a scenario, why not cleanse the system once and for all, send a good message? This system should be universally accepted. Why the contradiction then? Why the ambiguity?
Absolutely. The contradiction comes because the Congress party now claims that they've also lost faith in the Election Commission of India itself, which is supposed to be an independent body. But on that note, I've run out of time, but I thank all of our analysts for joining us to take that conversation forward. Stay tuned to NewsX for our rolling coverage of the Bihar elections. On the other side, we go back to the ground.